There are a few topics in the beauty space that will get people riled up. And one of those topics is beauty companies that are multi-level marketing / direct sales MLMs. And I think the reason why people get so upset about these is that we see people getting taken advantage of. We see people buying into these companies, working so many hours, working so hard for little to no money, and sometimes even losing money. And it's really upsetting when you know a lot of people get into multi-level marketing because they want to own their own business and they want to make their own hours and they want to spend more time with their kids and they want to go on family vacations and they have all these grand dreams that these companies set up and say, if you do X, Y, and Z, you will have that perfect life. And they sell this lie. The vast majority of people who start in these MLMs do not end up with the lives that they're promised. But something is happening in the MLMs behind the scenes. And we got some whisperings of this when we talked a lot about Beautycounter and how they're currently not selling products on their website. Their affiliates are no longer allowed to sell products. We got some whisperings of what direction they may be going, but we have full confirmation that another makeup company, Saint Makeup, which used to be Mascara, that they are now officially changing to an affiliate program. I have all of the details on what's going on over at Saint Makeup and what this could mean for multi-level marketing beauty companies in the future. After that, we're going to go into some more business news where we're going to expand on what we've been talking about over the past few weeks, few months really, about different makeup brands looking to be purchased. They're established makeup brands, they're growing or they're doing pretty well, and they're looking for a larger company to buy them. A couple of months ago, we talked about how Rare Beauty had hired a company to possibly purchase them. Last week, we talked about how Makeup by Mario might be looking for a buyer. This week, we have an influencer brand that could be looking for a buyer. I have the details for you on that as well. Then I have a special story for our friends across the pond about Sephora UK and what they're doing to try to get more customers away from those staple UK beauty stores. And then we'll wrap up with a lighthearted story about the USA basketball women's national team announcing their first sponsor that they've had since 1996, and it is a very popular beauty brand. So if you were interested in any of those stories or all of those stories, hang tight. We're about to jump into them right now. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup, where we talk about everything that happened across the beauty industry all in one place. This is the top news segment. Tomorrow, we will do the product report and talk about all of the makeup launches that launched this past week. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jen. Thanks for being here. I hope that you love the show. If you do, please consider subscribing. It makes me look super cool. And also, it puts my videos into your subscription feed so that you can find them easily when I upload. And with that little plug being said, let's talk about Saint Makeup. Like I mentioned in the intro, we were talking about Beautycounter a couple of months ago and how they just dropped the bomb on their beauty advocates, which is what they call the people that sell Beautycounter. They dropped the bomb on them and said, basically, tomorrow you can't sell Beautycounter anymore because we are no longer doing that. They fired a ton of their employees with no notice. It was a whole saga. I will link those videos down below if you would like to watch them. I got some insider information from some of the people that worked over at Beautycounter that were in that meeting and were abruptly fired. So that was a whole thing. And there was some whisperings going on behind the scenes that not only was Beautycounter temporarily closing down, meaning that their brand advocates were essentially out of a job until they reopened in the fall, but that the payment structure for Beautycounter for those brand advocates might be completely changing. And we predicted here that it might be moving over to an affiliate model. That means no more recruiting, no more downlines, no more parties, just a strict affiliate commission off of sales. If Beautycounter wanted to preview what switching over to an affiliate program might look like for an MLM beauty company, they should look no further than what's happening over at Saint Makeup, which I keep wanting to say Scient. I can't stop. Every time I read this, it looks like Scient, but it's Saint Makeup. Where Beautycounter calls their program the Brand Advocates Program, Saint Makeup calls their program the Artist Program. So essentially, the Artist Program won't exist anymore. I saw a bunch of posts on Reddit where they were saying they were seeing a bunch of Instagram stories where reps were crying and people were really upset and just devastated by this news. And I'll be truthful with you, I couldn't find that. It was weird. I was looking for them and I looked for them and I looked for them and I couldn't find anybody crying, which I'm really glad that no, I couldn't find anybody crying because I don't want to see anybody crying. But I thought that was interesting because they must exist, right? If people are saying that they're seeing people crying on their Instagram, it has to exist. I just want to tell you, I couldn't find any of that. The Saint artists that I was able to find were actually fine with the change. And the reason why they were fine with the change is because they hadn't built those strong downlines and they were already kind of just working on affiliate commissions anyway, so it didn't make any difference to them. But I would imagine, even if it's not broadcast all over the internet, that there are quite a few people that are financially devastated by this change. In that mascara, when they changed over to Saint Makeup, the affiliates, the artists just went over to that company, and that's been since 2017. So imagine building up downlines for 7 years. You've got that MLM flow where you have recruited 4 people who have recruited, 4 people under each one of them, 2 or 3 people under each one of them, and they keep making money, making money, and you are up here, and you make most of your money passively off of the people that you've recruited over the years. That is financially devastating. Whether it's morally right or not to be in that position, that is up to the individual person to decide. That's not what we're discussing today. We're just discussing their valid reason for being upset. That's it. Because they can't make that passive income off of the hard work of other people anymore, they are going to have to sell the product themselves. And we're going to get to it in a second, but the pay structure and the way that that's going to work, I can see that people that haven't been doing this selling and haven't built that network of customers, it's so bad. Like, it's really bad. This was announced on July 3rd via their Instagram page, as well as an email that was sent out to their artists. The 9-slide Instagram post I'm going to put up on the screen for you. It's captioned, "We are evolving our business model and compensation structure for our incredible artist community. We deeply value our community and the amazing talent within it. We aren't going anywhere. Our commitment to our artists and customers remain as strong as ever. Together, we look forward to continuing this beautiful journey with you and our exceptional products. Swipe for more details." I feel like the most important slide here is the one that talks about how artists will no longer receive compensation for recruiting and will only earn off of their own sales, and that most of the artists don't have downlines anyway, which I found kind of interesting. That basically it sounds like the MLM model just wasn't even really working for them anymore because there just weren't strong downlines. I don't know. To support this transition, Saint is providing a 3-month period for artists to align their business strategies toward maximizing sales opportunities. So this is different than the choice Beautycounter made, where they gave people no notice. These Saint artists are given 3 months notice before all of these changes happen, which I think is a little bit more considerate and will lead to less backlash. As a person that geeks out over numbers, the slide about their large commissions I found fascinating. So it says Saint is proud to offer one of the highest commission rates in the industry for an affiliate program, ranging from 25 to 45% commissions on sales and providing a bonus pool of qualifying sales levels, further boosting earning potential by allowing them to share in the overall sales growth of the company. 25 to 45% commission is a lot. That's a lot of commission. But there is a catch here, my friends. There is a very, very big catch. It's also important to mention here that the comments have been turned off on these posts, and I'm curious what would happen if they turned them on. So if you're ready to get a little geeky with me, let's dig into these numbers because I find them so interesting. Here's the structure of their commission, and this comes directly from their affiliate commission guide. It is a screenshot from that page. I will link the full guide down below that I found on their website. Now, keep in mind, the numbers that we're talking about are how much one person by themselves would need to sell in 1 month. Here is the chart for you. I don't know who is selling $15,000 worth of makeup a month, but they need to get a job at a car dealership or something, or an insurance salesman or something. They need to sell something, because if you're selling $15,000 of makeup in a month, that's a lot. And to consistently sell $15,000 in a month, that's so much product. So I did the math on this, because of course I did. Hello, editing Jen. I did the math, but I did the math wrong. I don't know what happened. Anyway, let me tell you the real math of how this shakes out. So $15,000 in sales every month at a 25% commission rate gives the person a monthly salary of $3,750 per month. Now that is untaxed. Of course, I don't know someone's individual state tax rate, federal tax brackets, all of that stuff, so I can't calculate the taxed rate. But what I can tell you would be the untaxed yearly salary if you kept up $15,000 of one brand of makeup every single month for a year. That's $45,000 a year. That is not a lot of money here in the US. It really isn't. I guess it depends on where you live, but for that much sales, I mean, that is like a small retail location's worth of sales to only make $45,000 a year. Like, think about how many people you would have to know and be able to convince to buy makeup for $15,000 a month for 12 consecutive months. That is astronomical. All right, now I've told you the real math, so let's get back to my point in the video. And like I said a second ago, if you have that ability to sell, go get a job with a salary so that you're guaranteed money, because remember, if they don't make sales, they don't make money. There is no salary. Oh, but they aren't done, because apparently there are people that sell way more than $15,000 of Saint makeup in 1 month. Let's talk about it. So if you can manage to sell $30,000 a month of just Saint makeup, then you will also get a percentage of sales from the entire company. I mean, it's a very small percent, but you'll also earn that bonus. Here is the chart for that in case you are nosy like I am. Am I just naive, or does that sound like a small store's worth of sales? And of just one brand. It's not like they can, there's a Sephora or an Ulta and there's multiple brands to choose from at multiple price points. Oh no, this is just one brand. But I guess people do it, or at least people think they can do it because they want to dangle that carrot of that extra commission. But let's switch gears here for a second. We've talked about the high earners. What about the low earners? What about people who just want to do this extremely casually, that they want to sign up as a Saint affiliate because they want to buy makeup at a discount. They want to sell it to a couple of people that they know, but don't want to really do a lot. They're not about that grind life. They're grinding at another job, or they just don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work in the new setup. Let's talk about it. In order to stay in the affiliate program, you have to sell $500 worth of Saint makeup in a period of 6 months. That does not count any personal purchases. You have to sell them to other people. Let's say something happens and for a 6-month period, you just don't sell that $500 worth of product. There's big consequences to that, in that you will be immediately kicked out of the affiliate program. You'll lose your discount. That may be the reason why you signed up. Not only that, you will also lose any connection you have to any customer of Saint. So let's say you do get kicked out of the affiliate program. Maybe you had a parent who was ill, or a child who was ill, or you were ill yourself, or just something happened where you just couldn't sell makeup for 6 months, and life. You can't re-enroll as a Saint artist again for another 6 months. Isn't this so supportive of women? Isn't this so supportive of stay-at-home moms who may also have a life? Isn't this so supportive of the boss babes who want to own their own business and maybe just had something come up? This is terrible. This just sounds so stressful from all angles, whether you're a low earner, a mid earner, a high earner. It just sounds like something I personally would never want to do, but I'm not a big salesperson. I don't understand the sales life. I'm not great at it. I've never been great at it.
it. So maybe if you are a salesperson, maybe this doesn't seem as alarming to you as it does to me, but this sounds very stressful. I know all jobs are stressful to an extent, but that sounds like a nightmare. Most interesting post that I found on the pro MLM side was from a TikToker named Riviera1123. And I want to do a little reaction to what she's saying, because I feel like that's the best way, is to listen and then talk about what she's saying, because she's saying a lot.
Let me tell you the impact that this is going to have on so many moms, so many women, so many wives and families who depended on this income. To have them receive an email last night and it's being all wiped away from them in October, it's absolutely devastating for these women. But I want to let you know, and this goes for anybody, not just with Saint. Ladies, you built that from the ground up.
And that does make me sad for them that they have built this business.
It's based on a lie. That's the problem, is that this company and all MLMs lie to people and tell them that it is their own business that they are building when they're not building their own business.
They got sucked into a gamified job, a job where people are given ranks and tiers and clout for doing well and for growing and all of that, when all it's really doing is giving a false sense of security in that they are growing their own business. And the worst thing that I've heard from people that have been involved in MLMs like this is that when you don't grow, when you're not earning the money, when you're not hitting those sales goals, you're made to feel like it's all your fault, that you're just not working hard enough, that you're just not doing X, Y, and Z. And if you just were better, if you just worked harder, if you just did this, you would be fine. But you're choosing not to do those things, and therefore that's why you're not fine, which is a lie. And it is something that is so manipulative about MLMs, because it is like a game. You're going up the levels, you're going up the ranks, and as you do that, you're starting to earn more money and you're getting these titles. But what people, I think, get sucked into and they don't realize is that the names and these titles and these earnings are all not from their own business. They're tricked into thinking that they're in control when they're absolutely not. And then Saint Makeup decides that they are just going to cut everything. Beautycounter just decides they're going to cut everything, and you lose all that growth, all that gain. Everything you've worked for is just dropped out from under you because you've been treating it like a video game, when really the big thing you've been doing is building the dream of somebody else.
Those friendships that you've made, they're forever.
I hope so, because I have heard that when you leave an MLM, you typically lose all your friends. I don't know if that's always true. I can imagine it won't always be true, but that's what I've heard in many cases.
If you started from nothing and you built that damn empire, guess what? That tells me that you're gonna do it again.
This is the problem, is they're not building their own empires. They're building someone else's empire. They're the workhorses and they don't even realize it. Yes, you could go into another MLM and you could build someone else's dream again. You could. Or maybe use that creativity and that ingenuity and those sales skills that you obviously have and start your own business. Like a real legit business that is really your own. It's never been easier to navigate that process. With the internet, you can learn how to do anything. It's still extremely hard. I did it myself and I quit it. So I believe me, it's very, very difficult, but the tools are there. The strategies are there. The ability to do it is there. You just have to follow the steps. You have to figure a lot of stuff out and you learn a lot of lessons along the way. But if you are business minded, you can start your own business where you are the one in charge, where you are really growing a true empire for yourself, not someone else's.
And you're gonna do it better. And you're gonna be stronger. And you're gonna make even more friends and more money and have more security for your family. You know why?
But are they really? Are they really? That's the sad part, is she's speaking with such conviction.
Because we're all here rooting for you. We are not leaving your side. As women, we are going to unite And we are going to be here and we are cheering you on every step of the way. You let us know what you need and we got you, sis. We got you. We love you. You can do this. You're amazing.
How do you have them? Are you going to pay their bills? Are they going to sleep on your couch?
It sounds really good, but I don't think this is real. Is this what they call toxic positivity? Is that what this is? Is that what's happening here? I think that might be what's happening here.
I know for me, if I had played a game for 7 years and lost, I would not want to do that again. Even if people don't want to start their own businesses, there are so many sales jobs out there where I don't know how seriously companies are going to take sales for an MLM company as a qualification for a job, but starting at the ground floor of a company that deals with sales and proving to them all those things you've learned through selling these products for all of these years and actually earning a real physical salary may be a better choice. I've personally found much more valuable another TikTok. Her name is Sarah Holbrook, and she posted this to her clients.
The makeup's not going anywhere. The makeup is still a great product. It is not changing at all. As far as I know, prices aren't changing for customers. You get the same service. And you still have the affiliates will now be labeled that can help you pick your colors. They can give you a color match, which is totally free. And you just purchase from whoever you're comfortable purchasing with. And if you don't want to purchase under an affiliate, you can just purchase right from the company as well. No different than any other Amazon. If I wanted to go on there and go buy something, I could just search it up. Or if I want to be nice and give one of my friends credits who sent me this awesome product that I love, I can click their link and they can get the credit for it. Just make sure that if you want to give credit to someone that you shop under their link. That's all. There's no more parties. That's the other thing that's changing. I never did parties, but for those that did, there's no more hostess rewards, that kind of stuff, because that is all under like the MLM threshold. So that'll be disappearing in October as well. From a customer standpoint, nothing is changing. For those of us who have been with the company for 4+ years, a lot has changed, and I'm here to help you out.
So that's the story of what's going on with Saint. I would love to know what you think about MLMs changing to affiliate models. What do you think as a whole? Do you feel bad for the affiliates that have built their pyramids and the pyramid is now crashing down? Do you have no sympathy for them? Would you, as a customer, buy from Saint if they're no longer at MLM or Beautycounter or whatever company it may be that switches to affiliate? I would love to know any of your thoughts down in the comments down below. 'Tis the season for selling brands. Fa la 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 la. Last week we heard about Makeup by Mario maybe becoming Makeup formerly by Mario. Just kidding. But they're talking about selling. That's a possibility that could be happening. We have another namesake brand this week that might be selling, and that is One Size by Patrick Starrr. And one thing that's important to know about One Size by Patrick Starrr is that Patrick has never claimed to own One Size. He has said that he is the founder, he is the face of the brand, but he does not own it. It's actually owned by an incubator company. That company's name is Luxury Brand Partners. They also own IGK hair products, and it's Luxury Brand Partners that is reportedly looking to sell. Of course, we don't know what is going on with One Size and their actual relationship with Patrick Starrr. We don't know how much he earns. We don't know what percent of commission he gets or what percentage of sales. We have no idea what the payment structure is over there. But we do know that Patrick Starrr is integrally tied to One Size. Another thing we don't know is if One Size is sold, what Patrick's involvement would then be. Here is what we do know. According to Business of Fashion, 2024 revenues are projected to reach $115 million for One Size and $80 million for that other brand, IGK Hair. When I think of IGK, I think of when I went to an Ipsy event and I got glitter sprayed all in my hair. It was an IGK hair product, and I felt very fancy with all of my glitter, but I was glittering for days. Even after showering, I was glittering for days. One Size's adjusted earnings are 40% of its net sales, and its business has quadrupled in the last 2 years. IGK Hair's growth was concentrated in its direct-to-consumer sales, the online sales, by 9 times between 2021 and 2022. According to the brand, which I found this very interesting. One Size's On Till Dawn setting spray is the best-selling SKU at Sephora so far this year. The best-selling SKU in the entire store? Like, that would surprise me. If it was, I get that it's a bestseller. I know that people love it and that it's been recognized as being pretty special for being waterproof and all of that. But the best-selling SKU in the entire store? I think that's what that's saying. I'm just reading it from the article. You can read the full article down below if you want. And then you can decide what you think that it means. But that's what I think it means. Anyway, so the article also mentions the following brands are looking for buyers. In color cosmetics alone, Kosas, Merit, Glossier, Jane Iredale, and Rare Beauty is still listed, even though Selena said in an interview that she did with Time Magazine that she is not going anywhere. And that, quote, I don't have any plans on that genuinely, when she was asked if she was going to sell. All we can do is keep an eye on it and wait and see. But if you do not want to keep an eye on it, don't worry about it. I got you. In 2023, after an 18-year hiatus, Sephora stores returned to the UK. Back in 2005, Sephora decided to close all of their UK stores because they were having sales issues. There was so much competition between Boots and Superdrug. They just dipped out. But a lot has changed, and you know this, since 2005, and Sephora is back in the UK. Sephora currently has 3 brick-and-mortar stores, with 2 more coming in the fall, but more is on the way for Sephora UK customers. You are getting, if you are in the UK, you are getting your own customer loyalty program similar to the one that we have, where we have Beauty Insider as the bottom tier, which is, the no money to spending some money. Then we've got VIB in the middle, and then we've got VIB Rouge at the top. You're getting your own program. And it's not going to be based on dollars. It's going to be based on points. And points can correlate to dollars, but it can also correlate to other things. The first lowest level is called My Sephora Bronze, which is 0 to 199 points. My Sephora Silver is 200 to 799 points. And My Sephora Gold is 800 plus points. You're also getting perks that are popular in the US, like the deluxe birthday gifts. You'll also get early access to branded events and sales at that highest tier. You can earn points, of course, by purchasing product or from your level of brand engagement. That includes attending in-store services or reviewing products online. Points can be exchanged for products from a curated selection of best-selling brands. Gold members will also get a free next-day delivery service, as well as exclusive early access to My Sephora sales. As an alternative, if you don't want to use those points in order to spend on the sample size products, you can also donate the value of those points to Sephora's charity partner. It's called Face Equality International. If you are an existing customer, your points are going to transfer over to the new system. And you are going to be rewarded with 25 bonus points as a welcome gift. So my friends in the UK, welcome to Sephora's system that they try to convince you to spend more money on things that you don't need. Hopefully it's more rewarding for you than the one that we have in the US, in that, you spend an extra $300 in order to get an extra 5% off at the sale. It's really, ours is not super valuable, but hopefully yours ends up being a little bit better through those extra points that you can earn in other ways, like reviewing products. I love that for you. And finally, in our lighthearted story this week, we are talking about the Olympics that is coming up in Paris. It is right around the corner. It starts on July 26th and runs through August 11th. One of the most popular Summer Olympic sports here in the US, of course, is basketball. This year, the US women's national team has their first official partnership since 1996, and it is Glossier. Kyle Leachy, he's the CEO of Glossier, said in a press release, quote, "There's been a long-standing notion that beauty and sports don't mix, and this partnership underscores the fact that that's simply not true. The USA women's national team is full of inspiring athletes with stories to tell both on and off the court. We are thrilled to shine a light on them." As part of the partnership, Glossier will gift the team packages of skincare, makeup, and beauty products in connection with their travel. They'll also have a presence at the USA Basketball Exhibition Game in London on July 23rd. The partnership will also entail social media content, out-of-home advertising, and community engagement moments to go live this summer. Glossier is the first ever beauty partner in USA Basketball history. Just as a side note, our team is pretty awesome. The USA women's national team has medaled every Olympics in which it has participated, dating back to a silver medal in 1976. In total, the USA owns 9 gold medals and 1 silver and 1 bronze medal. I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about basketball, but I have heard that this year's team is very good, and I hope that they do very well in their Glossier. And that, my friend, was What's Up in Makeup top news this week. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, thank you as always to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you so much for all of your submissions this week. I appreciate you with my entire heart and soul. Our live chat today is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Hopefully you can hang out. Hopefully you can make it. If you can't make it live, it's no problem at all. Very easy to listen to as a podcast. You are going to go to my channel page. You're going to click on the live tab. My live chats are housed there, or there's much easier ways. Down underneath this video description, there is a link that links you to the What's Up in Makeup live chat podcast playlist. You can go there, or the easiest way is to be subscribed, because it's just going to show up right in your subscription feed. Very easy to find there. I do want to give you a heads up that next week is going to be the last week of What's Up in Makeup for a little while. I'm going on my annual summer vacation trip with my family. We are headed to Seattle and then to Alaska, and I've been planning this trip for about a year now, so I'm very excited that it is finally here. So What's Up in Makeup is going on a few week hiatus because of that. We'll be gone for quite a while, but just know I'm coming back. I promise I'm coming back. First week of August, we will be back. But before that, tomorrow is product report, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to hang out a little bit more right now, YouTube's going to be recommending a couple videos for you over here to watch, including last week's top news segment. It's going to be right there. YouTube's going to pick the top video based on your current viewing history, what video YouTube thinks you want to watch. But if you gotta go, I get it. It's no problem. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did. I'm mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very soon.